I met Miss Walz at orientation before freshman year. She said to me, "Are you going to take theater?" And I said, "Yes." And she gave me some cake and we sat there and talked. But then I walked into her intro to theater class and I said, "Miss Walz, do you not remember me?" And she said, "No, I don't."
And I walked up and I was like, yeah, this is going to be like the best teacher ever. And I went to shake her hand and she wouldn't do it. She just kind of like stood there and looked between my hand and hers, which was covered in potato chip grease.
I first met Miss Walz when I was a freshman in high school during the spring musical Hairspray. I really didn't speak to her that much, but I always thought of her as like an adult figure, of course, who had an abundance of knowledge in theater.
And then we had a few conversations here and there. We would make a few musical jokes and everything. And I knew right then and there that we were going to be something, that she was going to be one of the best teachers I've ever had.
The wonder and the strangeness, the terror and the beauty of the world will never end.
You've traveled well, both of you.
Why?
Crow.
Weasel?
Can't believe we've done this.
Yes.
Will never just tell you, "Oh, good job," just because she wants you to feel better about yourself. She is honest and she is truthful because she wants you to succeed in whatever you do, and you can't succeed until you know what the best really means. And so she's taught me not to be so, not to beat around the bush. She's taught me to just be straightforward and say what I mean and what I think.
She has taught me like how to better myself as a person and an actor, and how to like use the talent that I've already have and use it to my best of abilities.
She taught me to follow my dreams. She taught me to do what's best for me. And she was able to bring the Alan out that I never thought I had inside of me.
Mrs. Walz has taught me a lot of things in life, like time management, organizing, not to vape. I didn't listen to all of her advice.
I always used to fancy then he'd be one of the godlike kind of men, with a giant brain and a noble head, like the heroes bold in the books I've read.
So one time during the musical of Little Mermaid, I left my bra in the changing room, which at the time was Miss Williams' room. And Miss Walz put together a lost and found box. And the next day in class, she presented to the whole class my bra. And I was so embarrassed. I went up to her, I was like, that's mine.
I don't have a very specific favorite memory of Miss Walz. I got to be her stage manager for Urinetown, and it was the first time I really worked closely with her. And I just appreciate the daily shade that I got to hear from her at the director's table. I can't say what it was because that would break the stage manager oath, but just know every day I got a little treat from Miss Walz from her shadiness, and it was amazing. And then about that time, Miss Walz comes downstairs and is freaking out because I have blood all over my hands and arms. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go to the bathroom. And so I'm going to the bathroom, trying to run it down all over my arm so it doesn't drip everywhere. But I still made a trail. I had a red dot trail leading all the way to the bathroom. Little did I know that when I got into the bathroom, she was going off on Sydney because Sydney was just sitting there freaking out and not helping me when I'm bleeding out everywhere. And then she has to go get a paper towel and is sitting there cleaning up all of the blood that I left behind. And finally, when I got into the nurse's office, I guess I had lost so much blood that I started getting really pale and I almost passed out. And I don't think I've ever seen Miss Walz so freaked out ever since.
Well, I'm not going to mention one time specifically, but I will mention every morning when I saw she was in a bad mood, my senior year when I had her for acting, I'd go over to Coach White, I think, and I'd buy her a chicken biscuit. That's the happiest I've ever seen her. And she was at my graduation, and she was happier when she got chicken biscuits.
I'm the brave navigator. You've heard of me, of course. I let my big, strong husband, the Colonel, walk all over me decades. But now I'm available for lectures, patriotic events, book signings, charity bazaars, and White House appearances. Have you met my granddaughter, Nadia? Nadia!
You have impacted my life in a way that I don't think you'll ever know, and in ways I can never thank you for. You have built me and molded me into who I am right now.
You will forever be my homegirl. I love you so much, and thank you for being the person that you always have been, for trying to trip me in the hallways, from bullying me to also being my best friend, and I'll miss you.
I cried when I found out that you were leaving, and I'm not even going to be here next year, but it's just because you are such a vital member of this program, and we're so sad to see you go, but we know you're going to do amazing things at Bartlett.
I owe everything from my academics to my performances on stage, all of it to you. And I just want to let you know that I'm so proud of you being able to go and be the theater director at Bartlett.
I cannot imagine sitting through these classes without Miss Walz, and I know that those kids at Bartlett have it coming for them, definitely.
I'm so proud of all you've done. You've really shaped this department, and I'm so excited to see what you do at Bartlett High School.
So I want to say to you that you continue to have the passion that you had here. You continue to do good things. You continue to influence people like you've influenced me, because you influenced me in ways that I could never repay you for.
She's really good at seeing potential within you, and if it wasn't for her and other people, I probably would have never been able to reach my full potential. So I'm gonna miss you, Mrs. Walz, and I think I can call you Kirie now, but I'm not gonna say it to your face. I love you. Take care.